Hello subscribers, here is another review. This time it's the Mattel Jurassic World Wave 1 Roarivores Triceratops figure review. Now, this actually looks like a really nice figure here, all the detailings, but when the 8 Roarivores were first revealed, this one probably was one of the ones that appealed to me the least. Mostly because the paint job was kind of boring, also the pose was kind of static and boring. But it does look better than the Allosaurus in my opinion. But yeah, this still looks like a very cool Triceratops figure. So let's take a look at the detailing. And this detailing on here is actually one of the best of the Wave 1 Roarivores. It rivals the Baryonyx in detailing. See all these nice scale detailing right here? Looks really awesome. It's basically the same for the body. Actually, is the same on both sides. But you see the head sculpt. This Jurassic Park Triceratops head sculpt is awesome. See, especially the frill detailing right here. See the skulls? This is a Jurassic Park Triceratops. See on the bottom, you got all the lines and skin folds right here. And see the toes. There's no paint on the toes, sadly. But yeah, see all these nicely sculpted feet and legs right here. See the tail right here. See on the top. Even the back of the frill has detailing too. That's crazy. So yeah, that's it for detailing. Detailing right here is amazing. Almost rivals the Baryonyx. So let's take a look at articulation. 5 points of articulation. 1, got the ball jointed arms and then the ball jointed legs. They don't spread as far as the carnivore Roarivores. So yeah, 5. Per usual with your dinosaur figures, 5 points of articulation. Because the 5th one includes, the moving head that comes with the action feature. So, let's take a look at, the sculpting proportions. Like I said, this is a Jurassic Park Triceratops head sculpt. But there's some proportions that are a little bit off in my opinion. See how long the tail is. Most of you see Triceratops, you notice that they have relatively short tails. But this one has a long tail though. And most people don't notice it. But, the body looks kind of fat in my opinion. And the head is a tad bit small in my opinion. In compared to the body. Because when I see Triceratops, they usually have big heads compared to their body. But this one kind of has a small head in comparison to, its chubby body. But that's a minor nitpick though. So yeah, that's it for proportions. Let's take a look at the action feature. And also, most ceratopsian figures, to activate, a head ramming action, you either, pull a leg back, then they ram. I'm not really a huge fan of that. But this one, you actually activate the head ramming action feature by a button on its back, which I actually much prefer. So let's take a look at the sound effects. That was a really cool sound right there. That was a few stomping noise. And a pretty cool roar at the end. That was a T-Rex roar right there. Like, come on, why do they have to keep giving them T-Rex roars? Well, at least the Metricanthrosaurus has, its own unique roars. Well, with the exception of that Indominus roar. Yeah, this one has pretty cool sound effects with the exception of that one T-Rex roar, though. Like, this, the Baryonyx and the Allosaurus all have T-Rex roars. Like, I really don't know why. Why can't they give it, its more unique sounds? So, yeah. Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention the paint job. The paint job, it's mostly, I can't really describe this color. I think someone said it's like a terracotta color with, brown. But it doesn't even go all the way down the tail. It just stops at, the base of the tail, which is kind of aggravating. But it's kind of a nitpick. Also, we got that same brown going on the top of the frills right there, and got a light gray for the horns on the crest, and of course right here. So let's take a look at the the comparisons. So first up, let's compare it to the Lost World Chasmosaurus or Chasmosaurus. See this one has the action feature where you pull back the leg and it rams. This one is just, a button. And see what I mean? Like, see the tail in here, like, short and thin, and the head kind of big in proportion to the body, like Ceratopsians. While this one, in comparison, it just looks a little weird. See? Yeah, I kind of like this figure more, because, because, like, the proportions are a little bit more correct, and the pose isn't too static and boring like this one. So next up, let's bring in Hasbro's Jurassic World Stegoceratops. Here we have the regular Stegoceratops and the Dino Hybrid Stegoceratops. And yeah, there's no contest. This figure is obviously better than these two. Like, not really a huge fan of this figure. Boring colors, and then the pose kind of limits posability. Like, I wish this one, like, it wasn't in like a too aggressive pose like this one. I wish, just a simple walking pose, like, say they're Mattel's Action Attack Stegosaurus. This is a pretty cool toy in my opinion, but this one is crap in my opinion. So next up, let's bring in, of course, Attack Pack Blue and Triceratops Buddy Gallimimus. See, Blue is trying to sneak up on the Gallimimus, but doesn't want to because of that Triceratops. Next up, let's bring in Action Attack Carnotaurus. Also, one thing I don't like of this figure is that this figure is, kind of small. I wish it was part of the Action Attack line instead, because it kind of looks small compared to this Carnotaurus. Because, if a Triceratops is this small, then it'll be, a vulnerable snack for this Carnotaurus. So next up, let's compare this Triceratops to all the Roarivores. Let's bring out Allosaurus, Baryonyx, and of course, Mighty Metriacanthosaurus. Oh, crap. Come on. You can stand. Okay. So here are the 4 Wave 1 Roarivores. Like I said, my personal favorite of this bunch will have to be, of course, the Baryonyx, because of its movie-accurate paint job, the movie-accurate sculpt, the fact that it balances really well, it has a nice proportioned tail. Like, the detailing on here is excellent. Like I said, for movie accuracy, the sculpt and the paint job is spot on. Like, this is why I like this figure. This figure is like a 10 out of 10 in my opinion. Metriacanthosaurus, 8 out of 10. Allosaurus probably have to be a 7 out of 10. The Triceratops, in my opinion, the Triceratops is slightly overrated in my opinion. Because, like, there's a few proportions that are off, including, like, the long tail, the fat body, and then a little bit small head. And also, the pose is static and boring. I was originally about to give this figure a 7 out of 10, but because of the outstanding detailing on here, the sound effects, and that Jurassic Park Triceratops head sculpt, makes me give this Triceratops an 8 out of 10. Yep, 10 out of 10, 8 out of 10, 8 out of 10, 7 out of 10. So yeah, in my opinion, Baryonyx is my favorite, and also the best, because of its movie accuracy, detailing, and the fact that it balances well. Yeah, of course, my least favorite of these 8 have to be, of course, the Allosaurus, because of, the fact that it doesn't balance properly. The tail is kind of small, and also that head sculpt is kind of ugly in my opinion. So let's get these 3 out of the way. So, that's it for this review. If you want this figure, go to Walmart or Target, because this is kind of a shelf warmer. Every time, this is like the Roarivore that's always being left out, in my opinion. I mean, not in my opinion. It's like, from what I've seen, this is the Roarivore that's always being left out. Yeah, 8 out of 10 for this figure. So if you like this video, leave a comment, like, subscribe. I'll see you in the next review.